What's good? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. All things. Andy Gill, what's going on, man? Jose Lopez in the building. What's going on? Gabe Toss in the building. What's going on? Wait for everybody to come on in. All things. Mr. McBride. Shout out to Mr. McBride. Miss Drake Ford. Good morning. Franz Kafka. Good morning, man. Hope you're doing well. Blessings to the beautiful Barbara D. Good morning, Barbara D. Andy Gill in the building. I'll wait for a couple minutes for you guys to come on in. Delicious coffee. What's going on, Gary Stanley? How you doing, man? Salute to you, Big Block. Good morning. We got 58 people in the building. Vaughn Wise, good morning, man. Good morning. Camden Hayes, what's going on? Thank you, Miss Drakeford. Yeah, I need a handkerchief. What's going on, Big Block? Sean Crow says, sorry, man, not having been around much. Had a heart attack. It's been crazy. Hey, man, I'm sorry to hear that, Sean. Man, prayers go out to you, man. I hope you come back strong. Thank you, Willie Hill. Let me do a shameless. Hold on one second. Just a second. All right, I got you. Sorry about that. Had to do something. I know y'all gonna tell me about my audio in a second because it glitched. Man, I think I need to get a new mic, man. This thing is getting kind of glitchy, or at least a new cord. Bird 101, what's going on, man? Gary Stanley, we're gonna talk about the fact that this Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Crawford fight's not gonna happen, and Terrence gonna freeze himself out, and everybody's gonna call me a Terrence Crawford hater. Man, I'm very good, man. I can't complain. Cannot complain a lick. Yes, James T. Are we gonna get? Man, how come I can't see Southpaw? What's up, Southpaw? What's going on out to the shy? To all the good people out there, all the good folks out there in the shy. Yeah, James too. I think we're doing it. You going with Crawford all day? That's what's up, Gary Stanley. I hope Terrence Crawford wins. I'm rooting for Terrence. Windy Assassin, Windy City Assassin, shout out. Speaking of the shy, Windy City Assassin in the building. What's going on, man? The arch rival of Southpaw. Yeah, blessings to Windy City Assassin. We're going to wait till about 200 people get in. Oh, there you go. I see Southpaw. Fanon is a good person. I don't care about all them. I don't care about all them speeding tickets. You said I got the speeding tickets, huh? Yeah. I do have speeding tickets. Man, who knew Southpaw's a cop, man? That nigga looked up my record, man. So all I have on my record is speeding tickets, despite having been convicted. Nigga, that shit came the fuck up off my record. Thank God. My shit disappeared like magic. Man, thank God, man. Back in the day, they didn't have as good of communication sessions, man. The police didn't track you like they can now. They track you now. Woo, back in the 90s, you could get some. Hey, my shit got evaporated, nigga. Oh yeah, my shit is up off there, nigga. I had to get a security clearance for a job. And that shit went through with flying colors. I was like, yeah, all they asked me about was my speeding tickets. That's it. The Missouri niggas was like, hey, you cool. They probably let me slide on their paperwork. Hell yeah, I'm ready for this Saturday. Hell yes, I'm ready for this Saturday. Let me tell you something. Ooh, I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. See my boy David Morrell get his shot. Let me see who's on this card again. Some good shit on this card, bro. Give me a second. Can't wait. 27-year-old David Morrell. David Benavidez is up against it with this boy. He got that Keyshawn Davis record. So let me see. Go to this event. That's right. Brandon Figueroa and Stevie Fulton Jr. is fighting. Cool boy Steph. Isaac Cruz is fighting. Miguel Alejandro Ramos, Jesus Ramos is fighting Banana. That's going to be a knockout. And this Yoni Hernandez, who you guys keep talking about, is fighting Angel Ruiz Estorga. Oh, yeah. It might get bloody. Oh, man, I think it will. The question is how big a puncher is David Morrell? Because David Morrell's a big puncher. And David Benavidez gets hit, bro. You saw the call out to Shakur from Andy Cruz, Ty? Is Andy Cruz? Boy, Andy Cruz can fight, man. But yeah, Ty, if you're talking about the one from Andy Cruz, is that when he was sitting down? No, Tito. No. I haven't seen it then. Put a link, Ty, so I can check it out. Opulent LDTV. What's going on, man? What's happening? All right, we got 200 people in the building. We got people flowing through. Sip my coffee. Andy highlights Cruz. Man, let me tell you something. Andy highlights Cruz. Oh, you saying you give him the nickname highlights? Man, he can fight, bro. Did you say Crawford fight? I'm not saying it's off the table. I'm just saying I don't believe it's taking place. I believe that shit when I see that shit. Okay, give me a second. Oh, I'm looking at this. Stevenson. Give me a second. Ah, okay. Yeah. Shakur got pissed. I saw that. Thank you, man. Keyshawn looked a little shaky when Cruz went down the ringside to greet him. Yeah, he did. The funny thing is, he acts like he did that whole thing. Keyshawn Davis did that whole act like he didn't know who Andy Cruz was. Man, Keyshawn, that's what you got to do, man. Gary said, "I always respect your opinion." Likewise, man. I respect your opinion as well, Gary. What's going on, Rich L? How you feeling, man? Good morning. Yeah, he got amped up. He got amped up. Hey, Sgervonta Davis is supposed to be the third fight on Shakur Stevenson's deal. Will we get to see Cruz Keyshawn or Cruz Shakur? Most likely it'd be Cruz Shakur. Most likely it'll be Cruz Shakur, and I think we'll get that. I think we'll get that with the great Turkey Al Sheikh, His Excellency Turkey Al Sheikh. Yeah, I think His Excellency Turkey Al Sheikh will get that done. I think he'll probably pay like 500 million. Man, I ignored that question before. I don't know when he's fighting. I know he's looking good. He's getting stronger. He's getting acclimated to a heavier weight and taking his time and getting his and I'm telling you right now, he's going to get the last laugh because when he comes back, it's going to be a huge fight. When Errol Spence comes back, it's going to be a huge fight. When he goes back to Dallas, it's going to be a huge fight. And that's going to be the last laugh while you Negroes out here bragging about people losing money. This man about to sell out. This man's about to sell out, especially if he does it slow and steady. Gets him a fight against somebody he's going to mop. Get himself against another fight against somebody he's going to mop. And then get in there with a little bit more difficult fight. And then, boom, go for the gusto. Probably in that third fight, though, he could probably go for the gusto. He could probably get one, get a higher level one, and then go for a championship. That's what I think. Gary Stanley. He doesn't have to stay away from Terrence Crawford. There's a lot of money there, especially if he looks very good in his fights in between. If he looks very good in the fights in between, I think he can go ahead and fight Crawford again, man. I don't think he was right for that fight with Crawford. What you think about Canelo Crawford? In what regard? I favor Canelo in the fight. I favor Canelo in a fight over Crawford, but on the scorecards. I think Bud is a better fighter. Said check Bud's gloves. Yeah. That was Keyshawn's opportunity to raise his stock and put some eyes and his next fight. Look, yeah, Ramon too. I think Errol was dehydrated. I think he was sick. That's what he seemed like he was. Yeah, that's the big question, Bruce. That's the real big question out there, man, is who is going to train Errol Spence Jr.? Who is going to train Errol? And that's why I like the longer amount of time off, because whoever's going to train him, which is obviously very, very, very being done very low key. Lara and EJ, let's get that belt off him. Woo! Lara be a good fight. He's got to be all the way on top of his P's and Q's to deal with Erislandy Lara. Man, Erislandy Lara, in my personal opinion, beat Canelo Alvarez. How many losses does he have? He has just Canelo and Big Boy from DC, Maryland area, Jared Hurd. And he got that suspect ass loss to Jared Hurd. Jermaine Woods speaking like he works for Errol's accountant. Spence sold out for the bag because he couldn't postpone the fight, because if he did, then they would have lost more millions. Spence sold out for the bag. Yeah, I mean, he definitely got in. It looked like he got in that ring for that bag. I can't lie. I can't lie. He did look like he did look like he did look like he didn't belong up in that ring. That I cannot. I will not tell no story about that one. Man, you know what's amazing though is how long fake Terrence Crawford fans hold on to the fact that Errol lost. Every time I say something about Terrence Crawford, Terrence what beat Errol. Terrence beat Errol. Terrence beat Errol. Yeah, okay. Terrence beat Errol. What? Okay. When you gonna stop talking to me and try to tell me about how he lost to him, man? Nah, Grip. I don't remember seeing what B Hop said about Spence's beating. The pull-out bandit said he told Bud to thank him. Definitely was for the money. He told Bud to thank him. Definitely was for money. Oh yeah. Yep. The pull-out bandit out here hating. Good morning. It's Monday morning, man. Why are you out here hating? Early in the morning, why you out here hating, pull-out bandit? You think that's Bud's only notable win? You don't think Madrimov was a notable win? Phoenix the Assassin. Never too early to hate. Hell yeah. That is your philosophy for sure. Man, that shit was funny as hell when man, Phoenix the Assassin come in here hating for no reason, bro. What's the name of the co-main event? What's the co-main event? Hey, Fanon, I think Tank beats Roach, but I think he's going to fight the winner of his co-main event guarantee. Let me see something. You know it's a good thing about black folks' names? They're so uniquely spelled that when you get it, when you search for it, you're gonna get that one and only that one. 30-0. And he fights in Brooklyn. March 1st. Hey, did they run out of money for the Barclays Center? Because I could have sworn that they ran out of money for Houston. But they got money for the Barclays Center in New York. So much for that. Oh, yeah, that's right. Gary Antoine. Woo! No, that's at 140. But hey, that would be dope if he did. Notable win. That ninja had 10 professional fights. What you talking about? Rail versus Russell? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Man, I hope Rayo comes to fight, man. I hope Rayo comes with his Mexican pride in full tact. Tank said he's calling somebody out after the Roach fight. Hold on one second. Who you think it's going to be? Let me put a link in the chat. Spence's damaged goods. He should fight Jake Paul and retire. The horse's mouth. How are you doing this morning? Speaking of hating for no damn reason whatsoever, he lost one fight. He looked like he wasn't right, and he lost one fight. I mean, can you just wait till you see him fight again? See if he has a better training camp. God dog. I mean, you just join horse's mouth, just joined straight into hating. Just seen that man fight one time. Copper Aborigines, what's up, man? Gripped. Come on with what? What you want me to say? He said he lost one fight. Let me see the dude fight again, then I'll tell you. Devin got his ass whooped. Man, what's up, Joe A? Shout out to Great Britain. Shout out to wherever you are in the United States. I think you're in Florida. Jay Mills with the first super chat hopefully towards the 20 that we're trying to raise so we can afford to do this show. 5, because we on the grind. Stay on the grind, bro. Hey, though, I had a great time. Hey, Puerto Rican, Devin did get his ass whooped, dog. Who was that on the show last week that refused to admit that boy got his ass whooped? It ain't on his record. Man, that shit is indelibly sketched in my brain, bro. This is inevitably, and I owed this to somebody yesterday, dog. This ass whooping is indubitably sketched in my goddamn memory, bro.
You don't know what I've been training like. You don't know the vision I have. You do. Now I know I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm strong. I'm strong. Strong. Woo!
I don't know if Ryan Garcia is taking the fight serious or not.
I'm strong. I'm strong. Strong.
Let's wrestle.
NGQ, doing what I do. All white, looking nice. Okay.
By majority decision,
Man, I remember that ass whooping like it was yesterday, dog. Hey, Grip today said, here's some help on the super chat goal. Thank you, brother. Thank you, sir. Much, much appreciated, man. We needed to continue the show. Ooh, life expenses just went up. Hilarious Ty in the building said hilarious. That shit is hilarious. Shout out to the person that did that. Joe A in the building said, God bless you all. Happy Monday, good people. Good to see you back, Fanon. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Hit the... That was lame as fuck. Hell no, that wasn't lame. That shit was hilarious. You have your right to your own opinion, though, if you thought it was lame. I personally find that shit quite hilarious. Only because I'm hating on cats that hate on Sgervonta so bad. There's a link, though, man. Pop up. Who you got, Rayo or Gary Antoine Russell? Put a 1 in the chat. Put the name of the person you have in that fight. Who's got Gary Russell and who's got Rayo Valenzuela? Man, helping you out, bro. I like what you do. Hey, thank you, Ramon. 7991 it said, helping you out, bro. Like what you're doing. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. That goes a long way because I do believe that's the first time that you donated. Thank you to the new donators. Rayo for the upset, Kentrell LaGroove, hating for no reason. Everybody else seems to have Russell, Gary Russell Jr., Gary Antoine Russell, rather. Ratto for me. Rayo. Man, Joe A. Are you sure you're not anti-Black American, man? Hey, man, we got 380 people in the building, man. What's up to everybody, man? For real, Ty, every time I see it, tears of laughter, millions, my cheeks. What is that? Man, that's hilarious. Anyway, covering your cheeks. Your cheeks. Devin got cheated. There's no point on further degrading him. How dare you tell me there's no reason to further degrade him? I'm not degrading him. Hey, what's up, best buds? Hold on a second. His interview was cute where he talked about how awkward his last opponent was, basically why he lost. Who you talking about, Gary Russell Jr.? Gary Antoine Russell? You talking about Gary Antoine Russell? Yeah, see, y'all got Valley. Yeah, what's up? Rayo about to get beat up bad. Oh, man. I just want Rayo to fight. Fight, Rayo, fight. Fight, Rayo, fight. Fate. Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, he did lose. Shit, that man did lose that fight. Finish the assassin. What's good, man?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Looking forward to some of that good old hating.
Oh, I got some. So, you catch Devin on Twitter.
What you
man,
say?
Hey, it's funny, like, wasn't it just months ago that Devin was out there putting Eddie Hearn on blast because he was left outside, couldn't get no tickets to the fight. Hey, why
yeah, I do remember that.
So he just posted this video, well, not video, like a picture, like, look at Eddie Hearn. He the best promoter. He's hands-on, just the way a promoter should be. They be switching up quick, don't they? So I think because he out there in the cold for real now, since no promoter want to work with him, and he out there on a trial run for this Turkey welfare fund. He's trying to find a place to come back home to, and I don't think anybody's gonna want him. I think they're gonna tell him that he's gonna have to stay in that cardboard box wherever he at, and see if maybe BLK Prime gonna throw him some money, or maybe he'll get in Turkey's good graces if he happens to not look bad in his next fight. And I'm hoping he look bad just because, like I hope his performance looks the way that he been treating all them other people that he been hating on. Like if he had the type of performance that really reflects his character, all the lies he done told on people, all the fake contracts he was talking about, all the ducks, all the trying to act like he couldn't give Shakur what he was owed for that mandatory fight, everything. He was running out the ring when Shakur hopped in there to call him out. Like, he didn't even stay for the post-fight interview. As soon as Shakur jumped in the ring, Haney was gone. Talking about, I'm number one. Yeah, number one and getting out the ring. Like, the way he got out the ring, how come he couldn't do that once Ryan hit him with the first two left hooks? Like, I don't know. But yeah, Devin is an embarrassment. He's an embarrassment. I don't know what else to say about that. I showed my dad the fight, and he was just like, man, that guy's still young. He could retire and do something better with his life whenever he's seen.
Man, the hatred, the low blows, man.
My dad was looking at it like, this guy said he could beat Sgervonta. So so I thought that was funny. But outside of the hate, man, the fights this weekend were pretty good.
Yeah, they were.
Me personally, I felt it was hard for me to choose between the Andy Cruz fight and the Pacheco fight, which one I like more. Like, I liked Andy Cruz, I liked his performance, and he was looking good. Pacheco, though, hey, the way that he kept that calm composure, like the whole fight, like even though Nelson was coming up and all aggressive and everything from the get-go, the fact that Pacheco was able to stay like at his same pace the entire night, no matter what was going on, like even in the beginning rounds. At the beginning rounds, it looked like Maybe all that movement might give him trouble. Maybe he might, eventually end up getting caught, get winded or something from having to move around so much, especially if his opponent would have gone to the body. But like, he kept that exact same slow pace like the entire night. I was finding a home for that right hand. Like, I'm surprised that the fight didn't end in a knockout, like the way that it was going, because like at the end, like the end of round two, almost like a minute left on the clock, he landed a straight behind the double jab, and that had caught him pretty good. And then
Who you talking
near the
about,
end,
Pacheco?
oh yeah, Pacheco, yeah, he had landed a straight
On
behind the
Steve
double
Nelson?
jab,
On Steve
yeah,
Nelson.
and then he caught Nelson again at the end of round three with the right uppercut, and then like just the way that he was landing them, it's like, yeah, like those two punches right there, those are going to be the ones that's doing damage. And then like he cut Nelson with a straight right, a counter shot of him coming in, and then like later throughout the fight, like he was throwing that uppercut like crazy. There was a few of them where it's just like, man, it missed just by a hair. Like the intentions that he threw him with, they were bad intentions. So like, man, if one of those ones would have landed, because there were like two big ones where you could tell like he was putting everything behind those uppercuts from the way that his arm shot up there, because it had just barely missed. So that was pretty cool to see. Like, I'm interested to see where Pacheco goes next. Because he had that's 168. So I mean, shoot, maybe Crawford goes ahead and fight him his first fight at 168 before Canelo, just to avenge his best friend, since Nelson come out the same gym as him. And that's what they were saying, that Nelson's his best friend. So I mean, like, hey, that could be a storyline. That could be something that could maybe help, Crawford sell a fight outside of Canelo and Spence. Because
You talking
you know,
about him versus Pacheco?
yeah, because they said the Canelo fight at this time is just being talked about, nothing confirmed yet. So who knows? Maybe that could be his step up to 168. Have that as a build up, and then go ahead and fight Canelo after if he wins. I mean, that would be a good move for him.
And let me ask you a question on another topic. I read an article this morning from Boxing News 24 that talked about Shakur Stevenson and the three fight path that he has to Gervonta.
Oh,
And yeah, the three were Floyd Schofield, who he's fighting next. Then after that, William Zepeda, and the third one being Tank. And they said they thought that Shakur would have a hard time getting through those. What's your take on that?
well, my take on that is like, I remember when Eddie Hearn had first talked about it, it's just like, well, I don't know if he can even guarantee that fight with Tank to begin with, because that's what they had talked about. It because originally it was supposed to be Cordina, then Sabeta, then Tank. But now since that's changed, I don't know. It's going to depend on how his hands hold up, because like at this point, I know a lot of people still looking at what Shakur did at lower weight classes. He's not at those lower weight classes anymore. He's at 135. So we can't keep on bypassing what we're seeing him do now at 135 and keep on wishing that what he did at 126 and 130 is somehow going to happen again when it's not. And looking at the fights that he got coming up, I don't think that he's going to be able to get Schofield out of there. Like look at the last two people he fought, and he wasn't able to stand up in there and do nothing to keep him off him. His only hope is to do what he been doing and stay away, because he can't stand there in the pocket and try to trade. And anytime he get hit a little too hard, then he back up. Like he said that in multiple post fight interviews after talking about Killer Curse coming back. Like, yeah, I was a little worried about his strength. Yeah, I got to hit a little bit too hard and that. So like Schofield, that's going to be tough because he's athletic. I don't really know. I don't really think he has the ability to cut off the ring as much, but athleticism can kind of make up for some things that people lack as far as skills and technical ability. The Zepeda fight, Zepeda's gonna have a lot of activity, and Zepeda did pretty good against Tevin Farmer. So I was surprised at how that fight went. I mean, I thought Tevin Farmer, I thought he won, but so. And I don't think that Shakur has something to drop, because Tevin Farmer did drop Zepeda in that fight. I don't know if Shakur got something that he could do like that. Like his best hope at dropping someone is going to be to the body because, the body ain't as hard as the head. The only thing you'd have to watch out for is, catching somebody's elbow and, messing his hand up. So he's going to have to find a way to slow Zepeda down. And I don't know if he got the movement to go ahead and get out the way, or if he got the punching power to go ahead and stop it, or if he's going to be worried too much about his hands and not do anything. So that's what it's going to come down to. Like if he can't stay away from those guys in the ring and can't make them respect his power, then he's going to have a hard time not having his fights look like Haratunian and Edwin De Los Santos. He's going to have a hard time with that, just plain and simple. Because how else is he going to win if he can't stand there and beat the person up? He's just going to have to make sure that they can't touch him. And if that's his only way to win, they're like, shoot, it's going to come down to a thing where they're going to have disagreements over whatever they're negotiating for the money and stuff. Like Shakur was saying, yeah, I know he's the A side, but I'm that guy too. It's like, well, if you're that guy too, then you're going to have to start selling. You're going to have to start selling. Otherwise, like people have been saying, whenever it comes down to it, you're just going to have to take whatever offer he happens to get, if it even gets to that point, and accept it and get the fight done. And that's just being real about it. Like I don't see any other way that it goes. If that is indeed the plan, then he's going to have to make sure that his hands are in tip top shape, because he can't go into a fight with Tank and not have nothing to keep Tank away from him, because then Tank's just going to walk him down like he did with Frank Martin. And Tank knows how to cut the ring off. Like he even knows how to direct the person to move the direction he wants him to. So there's that. And then the fact that Shakur don't get touched much, like that's a good and a bad thing, because not getting hit.
How's he gonna take the punches when he gets them if he's not really ever been hit?
Exactly. And then like a punch that he might have been able to take, like if he was conditioned for it, could affect him a whole lot more than I normally would. So
hold on real quick. Deron MacArthur, thank you for supporting the channel, brother. Thank you for the sixth chat, the sixth one, man. Thank you very much. Said he's back. Morning, brother Martin. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you for supporting the channel. And Grip today said he's not getting through Floyd Schofield. What's your comment on that, Phoenix?
That's one of those ones that's hard to see. I mean, like I feel like if Schofield can touch him, he can hurt him and get him out of there. But at the same time, is he going to be able to get himself in position to do that with Shakur's movement? Because even though Shakur keep talking about he's going to come back and do this and that and punish people, beat them up and all this, he's still kind of talking that way now about coming in and doing that with Schofield. But it's just like, okay, man, I believe it when I see it. I mean, his KO rate right now is 45%. And the only knockout he's had, the only person he's dropped since coming to 135 is Yoshino in his first fight. So, I can't, like I said, I can't look at what he's doing at 126 and 130 and, still feel like he's going to do that now when he hasn't had that consistency. Just like with Deontay Wilder. I can't look at, Wilder before the Fury fights and feel like that Wilder is going to magically come back, because he ain't been showing it in his last few fights, even though I wish that were the case. I wish, but like that's the one thing that's been making me mad about Wilder. Like he's just going in and he's not really fighting for it.
Big Dog Willie says Shakur hate as usual.
Yeah, but this is just being objective. Like anybody in the chat, like shoot, what has Shakur done at 135 that looks like what he did at 126 and 130? Like what he did with Oscar Valdez or what he did with Conceição. But what's he done that's looked like that? Nothing. So I can't keep on wishing for that to show up whenever he's showing the opposite of it, especially with the way he's been talking. I can't ignore what I'm seeing, just like I can't ignore Devin getting his ass whooped just because they reversed the decision. Same thing right there. So I mean, what we're seeing is what we're seeing, and until he shows us something different, we can't, just keep on saying, "Oh, this is going to happen, that's going to happen," when we got nothing to go on as of late. So that's just the way that I'm looking at it. But
all right, man. Can I get something positive out you, man? Just, you out here hating on Shakur. Damn sure hate on Devin. Devin ain't even been talked about today. But boom. There you go.
Okay, something positive, something positive. We got David
What do you think
Benavidez
of
and
Andy
David
Cruz?
Morrell.
What do you think of Andy Cruz?
I like that one. I like that one. There were a few times where I felt like he could have stepped on the gas and got dude up out of there because he did have him hurt a few times. But at the same time, I don't know if it's a matter of that being his style or him not recognizing that he actually had the dude hurt. I don't know which one is which. So that could be something that he paid more attention to because whenever a fighter see that got someone hurt, a lot of times they jump on him and like for him, like maybe it was just like, oh, don't rush it. If a knockout's gonna happen, it'll happen. I just gotta, keep fighting my fight. You know what I mean? So he could have been
Yeah,
looking at it that way. But yeah, he had a very good performance. I like that. So I'm looking forward to his next fight.
he looked kind of. He got Keyshawn looking kind of squeamish.
Hey, that's what happens when you might not be ready for what somebody's gonna bring to the table. So I mean,
Man,
hey,
he's
that
slick.
would be a
That
good
dude is
fight if
slick.
that happened.
He can fight in the pocket too.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, like
Andy Cruz
and,
can
I,
fight up close.
and he got that style. So like that's one thing for him where I'm like, man, I'd like to see some more out of him. But you say got to say something positive. So we got David Morrell and Benavidez this weekend. That's a positive thing. We got Tank fighting on March 1st. That's positive. And we
I
haven't been
don't
hearing
know
Bill Haney tell no lies.
if I got your pick on Rayo and Gary Anton Russell.
Draw.
Yeah.
like being honest, it's like, man, like it's a hard one because I mean Gary Antoine Russell, he obviously the bigger hitter. Rayo, he's sitting at what? Is it like he got what? 14 wins, 2 losses, and out of that, he's got 8 knockouts. Is that what it is?
Something like that. I don't know. I have to look it up.
So yeah, but looking at the fight with Puello that Gary Antoine Russell had, I mean Puello, he's not really that big of a power puncher either. Like he's at about like 50% for his knockout rate, and they was going, fighting tooth and nail basically. So I don't know. I think Russell got the advantage as far as hand speed. Rayo don't really seem like he got a lot of hand speed, but he do look like he know how to move and he know how to box and time
Yeah,
people. So
if he can keep Gary Anton Russell on the outside, I think he's got a decent shot.
yeah, so that's what I'm looking at in that fight. But I wouldn't be surprised if it ended up being a draw because that's one that's hard to say. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Russell got the knockout though, like just because of his advantage of punching power. All his wins, he's had knockouts. He was, I think, yeah, I think it's maybe one fight that he doesn't have a knockout, but I'm pretty sure he's close to having all his victories by knockout. So that, like I said, I
Gary
wouldn't be
Anton,
surprised if he
yeah,
got that.
that was the first time he went the distance.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, so if it's a knockout, I go with him. But decision, hard to say. Hard to say, especially if it's a decision where there's not really any knockdowns and not really any defining moments in the fight, and it's like really close. Because you know how it is with some of those really close ones. You never know how the judges are going to go. Whether they're going to give it to the favorite, whether they're going to give it to the other guy, and then looking at exactly what the judges are going to be looking at. So there's a lot of variables that go into that, especially if it's going to be a fight where they're basically toe to toe and pretty much even. So. But Gary Antoine Russell, I think, got the edge in athleticism overall. Rayo, maybe he might got a little more
And just came
IQ.
off fighting a taller fighter.
Yeah. So
He just
that's
came
another
off.
thing.
I mean, he
So
lost. I
we,
think it was fair that he lost the fight to Puello. Like I think Puello won the fight. I don't have any problem with the decision, but he did just get done fighting a taller fighter who I think is better than Rayo.
yeah, yeah. I guess I could agree with that. I could agree with that. But like
Yeah, so
that,
we'll see how that experience comes into play.
oh, definitely, yeah, definitely. And then also see like if he's able to, use his athleticism to his advantage because when you that athletic, like there's some certain things that you don't have to put as much effort into as other fighters who aren't athletic, and they got to rely solely on fundamentals. Kind of like Devin Haney. He got to rely on fundamentals because he can't do nothing with his athletic talent. But that's another thing. That's another thing. But one more positive before I go. I have not seen Bill Haney on an interview talking smack and lying about people, and talking about this the Haney era. And I haven't seen none of that. Like, man, 2025 off to a good start. Off to a good start, man. Thank you, Bill, for staying silent. The boxing community appreciates you. We appreciate your newfound humbleness. Keep on doing that. Keep on doing that. And eventually people will appreciate you more. And, congratulations to Devin too, because he's finally settled into where he belongs on the undercard. And all the talk he's been doing is nice that he finally found his rightful place, in the boxing world. So I hope that 2025 continue to bless him in that way.
All right, bro. Well, appreciate you, man.
After show, take it easy.
All right, man. Thank you, man, for the wisdom. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, Phoenix the Assassin and my guy Kamal Osby cooking. Shakur Stevenson is the best. Is the best. Big facts. Look, I got Shakur as one of my top 5 pound for pound fighters. I believe much more in Shakur Stevenson than Phoenix the Assassin does. And as to this garbage about Devin Haney in the conversation that I deleted because I'm not interested, I don't care what you guys have to say about why I think this way or that way. A big Devin Haney fan. Was I a big Devin Haney fan? I was a fan of Devin Haney. Unfortunately, drama kicked off well before he became a world champion. So I still like Devin. But Devin's father's obnoxious. What you want me to say? He settled into where he belongs on an undercard. I love this guy. Who was that? Gary Antoine Russell? Gary Antoine Russell is going to be a headliner, man, especially if he can knock out Rayo Valenzuela. That thing is set up there for him. Look, man, you guys lie. You guys make it very hard to be a Devin Haney fan. You make it very, very hard to be a Devin Haney fan because you guys lie so much. You guys lie like rugs. And correcting all that shit makes me look like I don't like Devin because I'm correcting the stories y'all tell. What's going on, Reality Reunion? Shout out to everybody in the chat that said what's up. I mean, I'm very, very straightforward about that. I don't have a problem with Devin Haney in the ring. Devin's a very good fighter. He did get his ass whipped by Ryan, and shame on Ryan for not notifying the New York State Athletic Commission of all the supplements that he was on. But we can fight sports said your guest was talking about Devin settling where he belongs on an undercard. That's hating, dog. That's hating. Hey, look, man. I think Phoenix the Assassin is one of the best people at breaking down fights that you can listen to on YouTube. But Phoenix is a hater. Phoenix will not hesitate to come with the haterade. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like you guys keep acting like I don't like Devin. Look, Devin is what Devin is. You guys are the ones that blew Devin up to be the greatest thing since sliced bread. The greatest fighter. He's done more like Rollo. Like Rollo, dog. Like Rollo. Devin is not in the Hall of Fame. Devin is not in the Hall of Fame. Maybe you could still be talking about he's on the path to the Hall of Fame. Yeah, like I said, speaking of people that be cooking, what up, Kamal? He's ducking. Monster in a way is ducking. MJ, he's ducking. Go ahead, man.
That's been confirmed, Fanon. I confirmed that. That's been over 6 months that he's been doing that. Something that corporate media won't tell you, by the way. Hey, so Fanon, I can't wait, man. It's fight week. We got this great David versus David fight. If you want to look at somebody who's taking their career by the horn, who's doing things the way it should be done, look no further than this fight card and David Benavidez. Rather than pressing Mauricio to give him what Mauricio promised but never ordered, ordering the WBC mandatory to be fulfilled between him and Canelo, David Benavidez is taking on all challengers, taking on the Caleb Plants, taking on the undefeated Boo Boo Andre, who Canelo Alvarez ducked through 3 different weight classes and ducked by his own standards when he said he was going to go for undisputed at 160 at middleweight when Demetrius Andrade was the last piece of the puzzle there. And Canelo refused to fight him. Canelo refused to fight him. And then went on and had a FAF fight with Kovalev, where Kovalev took a dive in that fight. So you have a fight between himself and David Morrell. So you really got to support a guy like David Benavidez, who doesn't have a sense of entitlement, who's not sitting around waiting for a payday like Terrence Crawford is. We don't know what he's doing. Apparently, he's going to play. He's playing ball and going home unless he gets the Canelo fight, which is, I guess, scheduled for September. So you guys got to support this. This is the best versus the best. This is David versus David. We get these kind of fights like Bivol versus Beterbiev 1 and 2, David Morrell versus David Benavidez. Support these fights, man. You guys say that you're about boxing. You say you're about the best fighting the best, but then you want to say, okay, we wanted Crawford and Spence, but they get half of the fights, half of the pay-per-view buys that Ryan and Tank got, and you guys trashed Ryan and Tank. Not to disrespect either one of those fights. So you got to support boxing when it gets it right, Fanon, and that's my biggest complaint with a lot of these people. These people complain and they whine, but then they don't buy fights when we get the best versus the best. We get the rematch of Stephen Fulton Jr. versus Figueroa. I think Figueroa, if Inoue moves up, I think Figueroa beats Inoue. I think Brandon Figueroa is all wrong for Naoya Inoue. I doubt Bob Arum lets that fight happen. With that, I'm out. Thank you for the time.
All right, man. As usual, man. I like Monster Inoue. I think Monster Inoue is a very, very good fighter. His defense is suspect to me, man, and his chin is suspect to me. What Benavidez, Spody the Menace says Benavidez is 82%. He's 82% of what? Capacity? Is he injured? You mean he's 82% of capacity, or he's an 82% that he's going to win the fight? Vamp said Americans are the worst fans. No. Nuke the Duke. What's up, man? Getting us closer to the goal with doubling that. Nuke the Duke says Shakur beats Tank by unanimous decision. You fight for your person, not. Hey, look, man. Fuck what you talking about, though. Look. See this? I put all my shit in this now. I got a bank bag, dog. Wells Fargo. Everything that I have is in here, man. Because I lose shit so much. I'm telling you, I've been the biggest hypocrite. Can you guys accept my apologies for being a hypocrite? Number one, I got on people that wore jewelry for a long time. Then my son gave me some jewelry. And I was like, man, I like this jewelry. Fuck it. I'm going to wear it. I'm not going back into an office. And then I was moving a lot of change. I was like, give me that bag. Let me get a bag. They gave me a bag. 2 of them gave me bags. 2 Wells Fargo gave me black bags. So I was like, nah, man. I'm tired of losing my phone. I'm tired of losing my whatever I have, my keys, my wallet. So I put it in a bigger bag, man. It's easier to take care of it. He said, as long as you don't wear it over your shoulder, you're fine. Oh, okay. Thank you, man. Thank you. Touchdown in this bitch. Thank you. As long as if I just carry it like this. My money's on Tank. Shakur can't run. Tank will cut off the ring and knock him out. Dana King. My take is I got Sgervonta in that fight. I got Sgervonta I got him for the exact same reason that you do. I think he'll cut off the ring. And he's gonna force. Shakur is already not particularly aggressive. It's going to be a chess match. Tank catch Shakur one good time. He's going to turn into an Olympic sprinter. Come on, man. I will not accept this. I will not accept this Tank hate. Where you at, Joe? Come on, talk to me, man. What? Why, Joe? Come on, Joe A. Holler at your boy, man. I need to talk to you, man, because they're doing your boy Martin Piccoli wrong. They got Martin Piccoli on an undercard, man. It ain't it time to give Martin Piccoli a shot? Spody the Minute said Sgervonta and Shakur would be better fight. Would be a better fight because Keyshawn would actually try to exchange punches with Tank. Keyshawn get his ass knocked out exchanging. Keyshawn Davis will get his ass knocked silly exchanging. Jeep Red Boy in the building. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. That's just a $5 holler, dog. He will get zipped. Phoenix Assassin. Shakur's most recent opponent got dropped and lost to a prospect. And Shakur said, dude moved too much and held too much. Hey, man, we'll see what's going to happen when and not if a fight breaks out. Yeah, that's going to be ugly. In the fights, I got Sgervonta in a fight. If they slugging it out, no joke, man. I'm trying to make sure, first of all, I am promoting free of charge the card this weekend with David Morrell. I can't wait to call that, man. I'm definitely going to call that. Love Down Gate to Fanon. Tank said, how is Shakur going to keep him off him? I can't see either. Yeah, I can't see it off. I can't see it off. I can't see it either. Can't see him hold him off. No. That would be very difficult to do. Shakur Stevenson's going to have to get his respect somehow. He's going to have to sit there, hit, slip, just stand there and, oh, I don't know. Man, you know what? Hey, man, let me tell you something, man. There was a fight that I wanted to comment on. Oh, Gary Antoine Russell versus Rayo. If Gary Antoine Russell can use that same jab that Alexander Usyk used against Tyson Fury, man, that boy Rayo's in a lot of trouble. Oh, he's in a lot of trouble if he can jab like that. What a masterful performance of jabbing. He gave Tyson Fury like 4 or 5 different jabs to think about. Where that jab was coming. Oh, that jab, that straight right jab to the body is ugly. Woo, man, if Gary Antoine Russell can land that left, that kind of like a stick type jab to the body. Woo, man, come underneath Rayo's jab. Make sure he watches for that cut. Oh, 82%. Hey, Fanon, I was talking about the KO percentage of Benavidez at 82 and Morrell at 81. It's a good fight. I don't know. I'm a huge fan of boxing. Wins that night. Oh, yeah, boxing wins that night. Yeah, I agree. Gary is taller than Rayo. Yeah, is he really taller than Rayo? Is he really taller than Rayo? Maybe because Rayo keeps fighting shorter guys than guys that are shorter than at 135. So maybe. For now, who you got in the Figueroa Fulton fight? Man, don't get me to talk. Oh, by the way, man, thank you for the support in the Cash App. I forgot about that. Hey, to my guy, Mr. Laddie said, Fanon, and a $10 holler. A $10 holler from my guy, Malcolm Allen. Thank you so much. Oh, I don't think Gary's really 5'10", man. Gary might be like 5'9", 5'8", 5'9". I could be wrong. Thank you, Malcolm. That's 3 towards it. See something. Really, we're like 30. Okay, gotcha. Sorry about that. Shakur definitely fight. Yes, Malcolm Allen can. Shakur, underrated fighter on the inside, but still, nuke the Duke. Out of the 4 champions at 135, which champion has the best win at 135? Who are the Aloma? Sgervonta with Frank Martin. Sgervonta with Frank Martin at 135. Because Lomachenko's was probably Pedraza. After that, Shakur's was, I don't even know what Shakur's was. What has Tank accomplished at 135 other than getting emailed a belt? Bill Israel. I hate to break this to you, but Gervonta Davis was not emailed a belt. That is false. Yeah, it could be Yoshina. Could be Yoshina. Probably Tank and Frank Martin. Or hold on. Tank and Leo Santa Cruz. Tank and Leo Santa Cruz. Probably Tank and Leo Santa Cruz. No. Haney is no longer at 135. You said of the 135-pound champions, Devin is not a 135-pound champion. Sorry to break that to you. Devin fights at 143 now. You have anything to say now? Not even close. Haney is not at that weight class. But even if that's the case, then guess what? It would be Teofimo Lopez. If you want to talk about people who were at the weight class, then it's Teofimo Lopez. Because Teofimo Lopez has 2 wins. He has one against Josh Taylor, and he's got another one against Lomachenko. No, he fought for both belts. He was defending his belt. He defended the WBA Super Champion as well. He won both. Both belts were on the line. Tank was a WBA regular champ, which isn't real. It is real. What the fuck are you talking about? Jace, a secret dance move. I'm gonna throw your ass out pretty soon. That is a very real. That's a very real belt. That's a very real belt. It's a belt that he has right now. So what the fuck are you talking about? You guys just want to say anything, huh? I gotcha. It's say anything day. Just say anything. Thank you for the support and the Cash App, man. For real, for real. Hey, where's my dude? Phenomenal show. Shout out to Phenomenal Show. I haven't seen you comment. You probably got somewhere making some dough. Shout out to my guy. That's the same belt. Yeah, it's the same belt he has now. People, they just listen to what anybody says. They just listen to whatever anybody says. Not to be taken overly seriously, brother. Because seriously, man, the boxing bullshitosphere is expansive. What's up, Soda Black? To the Rise podcast, man. Hey, did you text me, Rise? So I got your number. I got to figure out what I'm doing for that Tank fight, man. If I go to New York, I'm probably not going to go to the fight. I'll just probably hook up with you guys the day before the fight and after the fight and buy pay-per-view. What's up, 2 Cent? How you doing? How you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling? Tank has no heart. Wow, you guys are harsh. Why would you say a professional fighter has no heart? Reggie Collins. Reggie Collins, how can I help you?
Nah, man, can you hear me, bro?
I can hear you, man.
Hey, man, look, I've been sitting around listening to these guys with this Tank and Shakur and Tank and all these other guys nonsense, man. But let me just get straight to the point. Nobody is beating this kid, man. Nobody's beating this kid, bro. The kid is on a whole other level, man. Tank is on a whole nother level, bro. And it's no hate to nobody else because a lot of these guys, they're great fighters, man. They're great fighters, but the kid is on a whole nother level, bro. I was watching a rerun of his fight against Pedroza, right? And what I see that separates Tank from a lot of these fighters is it's not so much his output, but the punches that he puts together when he's getting ready to get a guy up out of there, bro. Like I saw the man throw double jab left to the body, uppercut, double hook. Bro, a lot of these guys are 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, and that's one thing they said about Shakur when him and Tank Tank said it, and also both of his trainers said the same thing. Shakur Shakur has a very mediocre fighting style. He throws the same combination of punches over and over and over and over. If anybody, they don't have to argue with me. I don't argue boxing with people, bro. All they have to do is go back and watch this guy's fights, bro. Just watch the fights. Watch his punch output. Watch what he does the same combinations of a 3-punch combination the entire fight. He's not beating Tank, bro. He's not beating Tank with that, bro. You're not, bro. And if you can't take a punch, you might as well get out the ring with the kid because he like contact, bro. That's what he feed out. He feed off contact. He feed off contact. That's his game. You watch it. Everybody try to fight with him against Frank Martin. What do you do, bro? Fed off contact. He literally walked through everything that man threw. Frank Martin was putting them together. He was putting his punches together, man, placing them nice. He was putting punches together that would drop a lot and stop a lot of fighters, man. Tank was walking straight through that shit, bro. He walked straight through Frank Martin like he wasn't even doing nothing in the ring, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Shakur don't like to get hit. He don't like to get hit. He ran from De La Santos. What do people think he's gonna do when Tank put those gloves upside his head? If Tank land one of those power punches, is Shakur gonna stand in the pocket and bang with Tank? No, man, he's gonna run from it. And that's what Kenny Ellis. I think his coach Kenny Ellis. He said the same thing. He said, "Man, we're gonna take the fight with Shakur, but is Shakur gonna allow Tank to do what he do?" And the whole world know he's not standing in the paint with them. They know that, bro.
Yeah, it could. That's what I'm saying. I think I get tanked by a decision.
I got him knocking him out, bro. I honestly have him knocking him out because once he start landing and Tank, one of those guys that he sparred against, I can't think of the kid name, but he was saying he was like, man, Tank goes to the body like a Mexican, and he does it. He destroys the body. That's what he did. He did that to De La Cruz. He did that to no, not Dela Cruz. What's his name? Santa Cruz. He did that to Santa Cruz. When he knocked Santa Cruz out, if you go back and watch some highlights, man, they can watch the highlights if they think I'm just talking. When he got ready, when he landed that uppercut that knocked out uh Santa Cruz, Santa Cruz flinched and went and tried to stop him from going to the body. Tank set him up for that punch a long time ago. A long time ago in the fight. He set him up for that punch because he started digging to the body. He started slowing Santa Cruz down with those body shots. So when he fainted and went like he was going for the uppercut, Santa Cruz tried to stop him from hitting him in the body. That's why his chin was wide open like that. The same thing that happened to Santa Cruz is gonna happen. He's gonna hurt Shakur for real. He's gonna really hurt him, bro. I promise you, he's gonna hurt him, man. And that's why they don't really want that fight. It sounds good because they use the kid name for thought all the time. It sounds good. Every time he get ready to fight, they start talking about it. They don't talk about him until he got a fight. And you said that a long time ago. You said that on your show a long time ago, man. Every time Tank has a fight lined up, that's when everybody talk about wanting to fight him. Every
Yeah, I
time.
think somebody else said that, but I've heard it. Well, hey, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Thanks a lot, man.
Yes, I appreciate you, man. Good. Thank you for having me on, brother. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Anytime, brother. Come on back. All right, peace. My man Soda Black says, Sloof and I, good to see you back in action. Thank you, man. Thank you for your support, bro. I appreciate you. Sir, you are twisting terms up. And I'm going to give you one more chance, brother. You say something else silly, and hey, man, it's been nice to know you. We don't go for a lot of having a ton of people up in here, man. I like to have conversations with people that are serious. So are you saying Emmanuel Char and Kubrat Pulev are real world heavyweight world champions? Sir, you're conflating things. Muhammad Ali had the WBA World Championship. There's no such thing as a WBA regular. It's called the WBA World Championship, and it is the first world championship that there ever was in the sport of boxing. Every fighter, every lightweight fighter between 1960, roughly 1960, and the year 2000 held the WBA World Championship. There is no such thing as a WBA regular championship. And Gervonta Davis won that championship in the ring against Yuriokas Gamboa. He was not emailed that. And he did, when Devin Haney relinquished the WBA super title, that belt went away and Gervonta became the sole champion in the division. But you are not, and just to let you know, there's several other world champions right now that have that same WBA world championship and don't have the WBA super, because the WBA super is a designation given so that people can unify titles. Gervonta could have had that WBA super, but he said keep that shit, because the belt that he had is the traditional belt. Now, please do not have me continue to have to lecture you on basic boxing knowledge. Actually, that may be a little bit beyond basic, but still, you get my point. Please leave me alone. You switched up. Is he a real champion? You mean, is he the sole champion? No. Was he our Emmanuel Char and Pulev real champions? Yes. They were real championships that they had. That's the same belt Muhammad Ali had. Same belt that Mike Tyson had. Thank you very much. That belt did not come around until after Lennox Lewis retired. Fanon, where would Devin be if Tank actually cared about the belts and fought Kambosos when Kambosos wanted that? Oh my God, they'd still be complaining. They would still be complaining. That's your answer, secret dance move. But for real, you got to stop bugging me with basic shit, okay? And I'm sorry I don't mean to be disrespectful, but you know, that's some basic shit. Please don't do that. How you gonna call a man Shaquack? Shaquack? Come on, man. Shakur or Shaquack, as he wrote it. Yeah, exactly. 2001. It was right after Lennox Lewis retired. They created a WBA Super. And then I think at lightweight, the first WBA Super champion was Jose Luis Castillo. No, was Juan Manuel Marquez. I think Juan Manuel Marquez held it. And then it was not around until Lomachenko. It started in like the early 2000s with Juan Manuel Marquez at lightweight. And then they went like 8 years before somebody fought for it again. And I believe it was Lomachenko. I could look up, matter of fact, no, you can't look up anymore because the WBA is not on BoxRec anymore. The BoxRec decided the WBA history for 50 years, for 70 years. Was that 70 years? 60, roughly 60 years was not worth. Nah, I didn't hear the Shakur commentary this weekend. No, I didn't. You guys are not going to make me into Shakur hater, man. No way. I like Shakur, man. You guys acting like Shakur is trash. See you Sgervonta fans. You Sgervonta fans just take it too far. Let me talk about you Gervonta Davis fans for a second. Sometimes y'all just take it a little too far, man. Oh my God. Phoenix Assassin, here's your link. What did you just remember about Shakur? Shakur is a well-known boxer for sure. Man, we're gonna get this fight with Tank. We're gonna get that Tank. He gonna get that Tank fight. He ain't leaving that money on the table, dog. Tank ain't leaving that money on the table. Shakur ain't leaving that money on the table. Sgervonta is gonna. By the way, Sgervonta is gonna announce that he's signing with Turkey Al Sheikh. You know what I mean? The hate has returned.
Hey, what's up, man?
Chilling, man. I said the hate has returned.
It has. But this one was self-inflicted. I seen this clip of
I say Motorhead Sports. Hold on a second. Motorsports, I see you.
Yeah, and I think I downloaded it. So I might send it to you later on IG. But man, this dude Shakur, they asked him if undisputed was a goal of his at 135, and he said no. He said that there's too much politics. Anybody can become undisputed or a champion with the right politics in place and all this. And at the end of the clip, say that he don't really care about none of that. Remember how they was crucifying Tank for saying he don't care about belts? But here goes Shakur saying the same damn thing. From chasing greatness to chasing fakeness. This dude need to stop. That explains why his opponent choice has been what it was as of late. You know, they had the what was it? Edwin De Los Santos to Haratunian to almost Cordina. Shoot. It almost seemed like he was headed the right direction whenever he fought Edwin De Los Santos, but then we seen that drop off. And then we almost seen another drop off. And now I bet the only reason he taking these fights with Zepeda and with Schofield is for the sake of being able to make money. That's it. That's what he said he's going to do. He says, I'm just going to keep on doing me, chasing that bag, talking about he don't really care about none of that undisputed or championships and none of that. So y'all people who was hating on Tank for saying belts don't matter, y'all better keep that same energy for Shakur. Y'all better.
Hey, man. I'm about to not blame Bill Haney for all his nonsense. Because you hate like a Devin fan, man.
Man, hey, Shakur said it himself on video. It's not my fault.
Yeah, but who's really holding Shakur who's really giving Shakur a break for anything? I see Shakur getting more sweat than anything else.
That's only as far as whenever he's talking and then like his words don't match up with what he's saying. That's the biggest thing that people will give him some flack about. But yeah, I think this is one thing where his words actually is matching up with what he's saying. So I give him that. You know, saying that he don't care about the belts no more and he just chasing the bag. Hey, I seen when he hashtag chasing the bag when he switched it from chasing greatness for about 2 weeks. But then he went back to chasing greatness. But I give him props. You know, because he's saying something to actually fall in line with how he's been moving lately. So whenever somebody show consistency, you got to give him credit for that.
Yeah, hater.
Yeah, but that's all I remember. Man, I send you that clip though.
Yeah, man. Yeah, send me the clip so I can see it.
All right.
I'm gonna chalk it up to just haterness.
All right, I got you, man.
Get back.
Peace.
Dank Lucane says, why don't you go check out his interviews? Him and Keyshawn got to change. I have. Shakur's tune has always been, yeah, that fight's going to happen down the road. That's what I've consistently heard from Shakur Stevenson. Fanon, don't allow that G-Man King speak with you ever again. Why? What is it? Oh, because G-Man King said Joey said that. I ain't paying attention to that fucking buffoon. I ain't paying attention to that buffoon. I just moved on. I saw that shit and just moved on, man. You know, Danny Jones said Shakur Stevenson always contradicts himself. He always says he doesn't need Tank, but Tank is the only way he'll headline a pay-per-view. Joey, look, bro, you speaking to the choir, man. You're speaking to the choir, man. I don't think that dude wants to speak to me because then I got to talk about how the Zone lost all that damn money. Was King ever a real person? I've been Israel. I'm not into doing any psychoanalysis to you, bro. I'm not interested in doing any type of fucking psychiatric fucking episodes with you, bro. Look, man, they got to explain how they got 20 million viewers, but it got 300 million views. Dog, they got people suing them for scams. They got people suing DAZN for scams, and they got people now looking into them because they've registered that they've had 300 million views, but yet they've only got 20 million subscribers. How do you have 300 million views off 20 million subscribers? Every motherfucker. And that shit is watched what, 20 times? How many times does that go into it? Yeah, something like that. It's extremely fishy. Martin and Shakur and Keyshawn said they don't need Tank. They making their own path. Hey, man. Hey, look. They probably not going to get Tank. Look, man. Just because you know who these guys are, don't make these dudes real big fights. Damn. You only get one view per IP address, so unless they're buying views. Look, Terrell, let me tell you something. Hell yeah, hell yes, in my opinion, they are super cap. What has DAZN ever told you that remained true? That's why I don't get you guys trusting this Turkey Al-Sheikh stuff, man. I don't get why you trust it. This is the same playbook again. Same playbook, different person. DAZN likes to lie. Oh, they do. DAZN scamming in debt and working with Turkey. Crazy. I'm telling you. They claim they have 300 million views off 20 million subscribers. How? How is that possible? They buying views like that, like they fail, like they falling, like a failing YouTube channel. Knockout Boxing 86 TV, bro. Ooh, Lord have mercy. These dudes buying it. I don't know what they're doing, honestly, though, because you have to get inside the system. So they let him inside the system. That explains that 5,000 views an hour. Oh, man. Somebody going to do the books on them. Isaiah said, I give it a couple years before Turkey pulls out of boxing the same way he did soccer. Man, if he pulls out of boxing, that's going to be so painful. I had a sad feeling. Why do I have a sad feeling? Why do I have a sad feeling. Hey man, what up, Mr. M Pride? Hey man, thank you, Phoenix, for sending me that clip, man. I appreciate when you send me clips. And now that he owns Ring Magazine, even worse. Man, it's just terrible, bro. I don't think that's the same. Oh man, Motorsport said, I just want to say what's up and salute and have you back and happy to have you back. Thank you, man. Happy to be back. Danny Jones said DAZN lied about Ryan and Devin pay-per-view numbers, knowing that fight did not sell all that. Hey man, they're not in the United States. Dude, this is DAZN America too. This is DAZN USA that says they got 20 million subscribers. In the United States, they got 20 million. They may have 20 million worldwide. But to say they got 300 million views, that's the account for paying all that money out. What if they're buying the pay-per-views? What if they're buying the pay-per-views themselves? So that they can, in order to, why would they do that? I wonder why they would do that. Dog, seriously, man, I don't know for sure, but that sounds like a laundromat. That sounds like a laundromat. Take your money, buy pay-per-views, put it on a Cash App credit card. What do you think? I didn't see the post-fight press conference. I have to watch it. That seems like a mighty interesting thing. So say, because you have 300, what are you missing? 280 million? You're missing 280 million. Can you put 280 million? You could probably put more than one subscription on a debit card, right? Man, they got server farms, man, of people with paying off of debit cards. They put the money on it, and then boom, you buy it on like 15 different computers. Man, that's crazy. They better be counting the number of wonder if they're also counting like the number of potential people that could be watching at the same time, even though they got to cut down to one. I don't think you can watch DAZN on more than one outlet at the same time anymore. Rich L said, wash. That's what it's about. Man, it seems, I can't lie, bro. It seems like they're scrubbing it, bro. They're getting sued for double and triple charging people. Yeah, hey, man. It is what it is, man. Turkey Al-Sheikh already lost $10 million on a Crawford fight, and that fight had a stacked undercard. Also, look, don't get me in trouble with Terrence Crawford fans today. I've been good. My guy Chillville. Hey man, I haven't seen my dude, man. What's my guy's name, man? Rick Timms in the building. I ain't seen Rick Timms in a minute. Tell Rick Timms I said what up. Turkey Al-Sheikh, yeah, hey man. He did lose some dough. That is for sure. Yes, he did. Look though. I'm going to roll out of here. For now, you see how mad Bud was with Nelson? Yeah, he don't like losing. I saw an article that said he was really upset with Steve Nelson's game plan for that. I think there are a lot of great artists that are frustrated when people don't see the world the same way they see the world. Steve Nelson doesn't have the same skill set and probably doesn't have the talent to pull off what Terrence Crawford wants him to pull off. Damn near thought he lost. He did lose. Love Down Gaither said, Fanon, I watched DAZN on my tablet and TV. Thank you. Well, thank you for correcting me, Dank Lucane. I mean, Love Down Gaither. Love One Down Gaither. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for your all companies have teething problems in the first 5 or 10 years. What are you talking about? If ain't no way most companies are lasting 10 years if they're operating in a loss. All companies have teething problems for the first 5 years. That's not true. 99% of businesses go out of business in the first year. Let me repeat. 99% of businesses go out of business in the first year. So, how the heck do you think all businesses have teething problems for 5 years? Secret dance move, you just be talking out the side of your neck, man. Come on, man. You just be making shit up. Why don't you say that there are often very large companies that endure losses for several years, and you could point out very large companies. You can point out very large companies that's the case with, like Uber. I don't think Uber turned a profit for a long time. But, you're talking about ventures like that are backed by venture capitalists that are going to continue to pour money into the company, thinking its worth is eventually going to be worth it. Is Breadman really Errol's new trainer? I didn't hear. I don't know. Big Boy Richardson, I have no idea. You have to check with somebody else on that. I don't know. But look, I'm going to roll up out of here. Much love to everybody in the chat. I'll be back not this week, but next week I'll start going back to 2-hour live streams, man. Anyway, much love to everybody in the chat. Y'all have a wonderful, 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 wonderful day. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.